All right, everybody. I'm Louis Amestoy here in the Dignity Health Studio at the Bakersfield, California. And over there in the corner, behaving himself, is Mike Griffith. Our can you sit up, for crying out loud?
Well, I'm behaving myself.
I know. Well, this is the Kern County Raceway Park segment, and joined now by Stephen Blakesley. And you guys had another great weekend out there, right?
Yeah, we did. It's a little crowd in here, and we'll talk to these guys in a minute. But first, we'll talk about our results from the weekend. And it was Monster Energy NASCAR opening night with the NASCAR Sicko lubricant late models, and what a great night it was.
Yeah. Real quick, before we get to that, I just want to touch base that coming up, that was last weekend. But coming up this weekend, we've got the Coca Cola Night on the 19th, and we have then after that we've got the NASCAR. We have another NASCAR lubricants night, the 26th, and then we have May 10th. We have pro late models from NASCAR as well, right?
So this week for Coke Night, we'll have Dallas Montes here in the pro late models, and then we'll be debuting our 911 series. So we have Tim Ortiz here from Bakersfield Fire to talk about that. And the first 500 fans get a Coke hat this weekend. All right,
that sounds pretty good. We can get one of those in the studio.
Yes, we will. We'll save one.
Okay, let's take a look. These are the results, and I apologize for their formatting here, but Brian Richardson was the winner in the late model, right? Tell me about this race.
It was just a great race. Brian Richardson, Lance Wilson, and Eric Richardson. I think those three are going to kind of duke it out all year long. Now, what was funny is on Lance Wilson's car, that car is white, black, and orange, and it is very, very similar to David Mayhew's car last year. And, of course, Mayhew and the Richardsons, it was just every week those three cars. And Eric remarked after the race that he kind of forgot and thought he was racing Mayhew for a minute. And notable on this one, you look at kind of second and third generation drivers. Buddy Shepard making his debut, coming home in fourth. And then Cole Adamo, Frank Adamo's son, coming home in the fifth spot. So good top five there.
Are those highlights ready to run, Chris? All right, we're going to run some of the highlights here and let Steven talk about what would happen here. Here they are. Maybe. There they are.
And this is the first Sicko lubricant 35-lap race. Lots of side-by-side racing. That's Buddy Shepard in that bright orange number 22. There's the battle. 3 wide in lap traffic. They bang doors, and Brian Richardson in the 4 kind of has to muscle his way forward to take the lead. Eric Richardson taking a look, and these guys went side-by-side, both 35-lap races, but Brian Richardson coming out on top in that first Sicko 35. Just great racing on Saturday. It really was.
What are these guys right here?
These are the
Bandoleros?
The Bandoleros, our kids in the Bandoleros.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I have to remember now.
Yep, and Tyler Bannister going 2 for 2. He got the best of Ryan Vargas again, so a good win for him there.
I don't know. I kind of think I want to run the Bandoleros with Mike Griffith at some point.
I don't think we'd fit in a bandy.
Oh, come on. You may not fit.
It'd be a tight fit.
It'll be all right.
We didn't have very many NASCAR spec modifies, to be honest, but as you see in the video, I mean, they never really became unglued. The top 2 cars, Chris Dalton and Jim Coffey. And Chris Dalton, our 2013 champion, getting the victory there. And what was kind of cool for him is the trophy girl was Ricky Thompson, his car owner's daughter.
Oh,
so
nice.
That was kind of cool. It was a family affair. Exciting in the Legends cars because for back-to-back weeks, we've had a first-time winner. In the first race, it was Eric Olson. In this race, it's going to be that black 15 of Brandon Weaver, who you'll recall had all those problems a couple weeks ago, in the Legends and in the S2 cars. And there he goes, taking Blaine Perkins. This was an all Bakersfield field. Wow. Everyone in this race was Bakersfield, except there was one Taft driver there. But he had a couple little mix-ups that sort of slowed down his progress.
But so like a year ago, though, you didn't have this, though, right? I mean, you didn't have all these cars, right? I mean, from Bakersfield.
The Legends cars is a class that's brand new to Bakersfield, and we've already got very strong numbers. And then here's the second Sicko race, and you have that 22 of Buddy Shepard leading the way, the 14-year-old from the pole. But he's quickly gobbled up by the Richardsons and Lance Wilson. And you can see already a little bit of war paint on the 15 there of Wilson. And it starts to really boil over here as they go side by side into turns 1 and 2. And they're going to get together here, I think, on this video. And that'll allow Brian Richardson to come through. There they go, getting together for the lead. And Brian Richardson immediately capitalizes on that as the sparks are flying off of the 44. I mean, you just great tight racing. Yeah. This is what the folks, $15 ticket, and you get
the crowd's probably going crazy. At this point,
absolutely! Yeah. It was just phenomenal racing, and Brian Richardson's going to sneak through here and get that victory.
Nice. All right. Let's take a look at again. I only had the results. Let's show the results one more time. This was the first race. Yeah, let's show the results. There it is, Chris. That was from the first race. The second race, I don't think I have the results for that one. But this was the again the spec modified. You have a small field, but Chris Dalton with the win. And then in the Legends, Brandon Weaver we mentioned was the winner, and Tyler Bannister and the Bandolero winning that one. And these are your points leaders right now. Bannister in the Bandolero is your leader. Eric Olson in the Legends car just ahead of Brandon Weaver. And in the late model, Brian Richardson and Lance Wilson, Eric Richardson there, and Buddy Shepard and Cole. We call him Adamo. We call him Adamo here, right?
Yeah, Adamo.
Yeah, here we go. All right, so let's get to these guys.
So first we want to talk to Dallas Montes here, who's going to be running in our NASCAR Pro Late models this year, and those get started on Saturday. Everything that races Saturday is having their first race, so really it's like a third opening night for us. And Dallas, you've got Sun Solar on board this year. You must be really excited for your Pro Late model season.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, about a month ago, I didn't even know I was going to be racing. So I can't thank Sun Solar and SunPower enough for coming on board last minute to kind of give me another shot at racing this year. I'm excited. And
can you tell us what a Pro Late model is?
It's just a super late model. It's basically a late model on steroids. It's it's basically the same exact car as the SRL Southwest Tour that we had out, at the racetrack 2 weeks ago. So I think they'll put on a pretty good show this year.
And your dad is a firefighter, and that's why we wanted to bring you in this week, because we have Tim Ortiz here from Bakersfield Fire. And Tim, something we've been working on for quite some time is getting this 911 series back. First of all, tell the folks what the 911 series is.
It's going to be law enforcement and pretty much most of the public service agencies. We have Kern County Fire Department, Bakersfield Fire Department, Bakersfield Police Department, Kern County Sheriff's Department, Taft PD, and Shafter PD on board thus far. So we're going to be all the public service agencies that are going to be out there racing on the track, and it should be a lot of fun.
Now, for a lot of these guys, I mean, we've talked about this before, is the racing experience is about zero for most of you guys, isn't it?
Most definitely, yeah. It's a bunch of people out there. I mean, we're going to be rookies, and we have some guys that are, just grinning, can't wait to get on the track, but really don't know a whole lot about it. So I know they did this years ago at Mesa Moran, and they still talk about a race where one of our guys went across the finish line on his hood. So our first racer thinks he's going to do that, but I hope not. So I hope he saves the car for the second racer.
Nice.
And Dallas, you've raced on our quarter-mile track where these guys are going to run. What are some of the unique challenges of running that smaller track compared to the big track?
The biggest thing you got to do is just, make sure you don't drive in too deep. Don't overdrive the corner. Keep it on the bottom. Going down into one is kind of tough because you drop off the bankment, off of the big track onto the small track. And so figuring out your braking points there is kind of tough, and just make sure the wheel's as straight as you can get it whenever you do drop down. But it's a ton of fun. You're going to have a blast.
It's always interesting. The video doesn't give the banking justice at all when you see it. When you see it in person, it's it's amazing to see it, actually.
Well, Lewis, the thing that's exciting for me with our racetrack is we're brand new, so we're still kind of building tradition. And
right.
I think this year we're starting to see some rivalries take place. And, for these guys with the 911 series, Tim, you want to beat those other agencies, don't you?
We have one agency to beat. If we lose, but we beat Kern County Fire.
Yeah,
it's all same thing with Sheriff's Department and BPD. These guys are gonna be going at it.
Let's put the pumpers on there. Let's get a little fire engine action racing in the quarter mile. That'd be fun. A little drifting there. That'd be kind of cool. Is this going to benefit anybody, or what is this just an event where they bring everybody out, though?
Well, it's a little bit of goodwill and pride, but also these guys will be putting up booths in our concourse and doing various fundraising.
Right.
It's kind of it's an open book to them as far as what they can do there. You'll also probably start to notice around Kern County that they're going to be selling tickets, kind of like you would for a basketball game or for a Fight for Life, and all that money and all those proceeds are going to go back to the agencies.
Right.
And there's those cars right there.
That's what they're going to run in, right?
Yeah, open wheels.
Nice.
That's part of why we're keeping them on that quarter mile.
Now, when do I get to race Griffin one of those things?
Well, we are setting up a media race with these cars. We'll get that going for you, Lewis. But
you'll get to know that front bumper real well.
we're planning to have Mark Haas out there and a few other of the media cohorts. Nice. And speaking of rivalries, when you look at what you're doing, Dallas, in the pro late models, you're going to have David Mayhew.
Is this Dallas's car right here?
Yes,
yes, there it is.
And yeah, that car is not powered by solar.
I looked at that like 5 times.
That's just a sticker on that car.
Yes, it is.
It is. Huh? Well, it's powered by solar, in quotation marks. But you're going to have to deal with some rivalries on your own with having Tim Smith out there and David Mayhew, some of our past champions. And what would that probably be like for you to beat those guys?
Yeah, no, they're both actually really good family friends, and I've kind of grown up looking up to David Mayhew. My dad kind of helped him get started in late models back at Mesa Marin. And, so I've been watching him my whole life. And, just every time I'm on the track with him, it's a lot of fun. And, we kind of have a friendly rivalry already going on. Nice. So I think it's going to be a ton of fun racing with both those guys. And I haven't had the opportunity to race with Tim much yet, but he is actually my crew chief when I raced at Madera. So, these guys are close to my heart, and it's going to be a blast racing with them.
All right, we got to get to a break. We got to get out of here, but we're going to be back with you guys again next week, and hopefully you can come back, Dallas, and you can tell us about your experiences running, with the if you want to know how you guys did against Kern County Fire. That's the big part of it. All right, we're going to get a break. We'll be back with more here on the Bako Motorsports Power Hour in the Dignity Health Studio at the Bakersfield, California.